Hello and welcome back everyone to a new episode of Loremaster Leveling, here with me, Sneaky Bard, and our Goblin Rogue Verona. We are trying to get our last two water elemental cores here in Feralas, so let's see how long that will take us. The drop rate has roughly been 33%, so let's see if we can't make that better. We already got one of them, which is great. We are also already level 37, so while I took a break between the two episodes, and I look at the map of where we could go. By the way, nice, we managed to get 2 out of 2 perfectly there. And the next zone in Kalimdor to go and level in would be 1000 Needles. The only problem there is that while 1000 Needles has some nice, fairly interesting lore about the Grim Totem conflict and the Tauren, it is not one of my favorite zones after the Cataclysm, at least. Before that, I used to go there quite regularly for the Shimmering Flats quests, which were quite entertaining. So I'm slightly torn now between going to, say, the Western Plaguelands. I think, is it the Western Plaguelands that you have in Eastern Kingdoms? Let's see. No. Eastern Plaguelands, there we go, and do that instead. It would also give us the opportunity to delve into some more Forsaken lore, Lich King, Old Human Kingdoms, all of that which comes also in the new expansion with Kulturas and what have you, and I just think that would be more topical, so I am leaning towards going to the Western Plaguelands once we finish up here and turn level 40. But I haven't decided yet, so if you have strong opinions on either zone, put them down in the comment thread. And if you just don't care, comment something nice, or something I can do better, whatever, or just give the episode a like. It's all up to you. Anyway, we are now going to go back and turn in some quests, hopefully get a couple of new ones, and then go north to get the thick Yeti hides from the, I think it's called Rage Scar Cave Yetis, something like that. Okay, excellent. Even those fools will soon know that to stand against the Horde means death. Indeed, we killed many ogre in front of Dire Maul. Now, where's this other guy that I need to talk to? You wanted a ogre mage soul, didn't you? Were you able to capture the hippogriffs? No, you wanted hippogriffs, that's true. Yes, we will. Master always said, after killing an animal, if we allowed the music to escape, it may take the form of an even greater creature. This is dangerous stuff. Thanks for helping me with my studies. Indeed. That is indeed interesting. And now, you want another music quest? The Flow of Music. I've done all I can for you. Music, stronger than the hippogriff, just isn't within my power to work with yet, so I won't make you deal with the disaster that could bring. Okay, thank you. But while you've been busy, I've fully readied the hippogriff music. Take it to my master, Witch Doctor Uzeri in Camp Moyache. I think that was further up to the north, wasn't it? He can create powerful weapons with it, and hopefully he'll be impressed by what I've done. Alright?
You be careful, man.
Where's this Camp Moyache? Ah, no, it's here. Yeah, this was Camp Ataya, that's true. So it's sending us to the next quest hub, which is to the west. We also need to go to the top of this hold, whatever you'd call it, tower. Guess this is the tower and the hold is down below. And deliver the captured ogre mage's soul to this guy, to Svarjan. Ah, I can feel the whelpit there. Let's get him out and ask him some questions. And we get not really better shoulders than what we already have. So let's see. Talk, ogre. Who's giving your clan these trinkets? Not good at talk. Okay. I didn't expect you to. Are you going to kill him now? No, you're just going to put him on fire. Make him scream. Who has given you power? Cho'gall. Ooh, Cho'gall. Interesting. The Twilights Hammer? Where are they? Dire Maul, Dire Maul. Okay, good. Now throw yourself off. Very compliant captive. And oh my god, he even gets eaten up by the pigs. I didn't remember this. I hold on to this orb for safekeeping. Go inform Rock or Han of our cultist problem. So yeah, Cho'gall. We talked a bit about Cho'gall. We talked about the origin of the ogre. So obviously he's the first ogre mage, basically a very smart twin-headed ogre. And he's the leader of the Twilights Hammer. You defeat him in the what is called Twilight Descent or something like that. The second, is it the second or the first? No, I think it's the first, second dungeon, some raid dungeon in Cataclysm, in the where you get your first tier set from. That much is true. Oh wait, let's read this. Yeah, so the Twilight Hammer thinks it can just raise its own army of ogres here in the middle of Horde territory. We'll see about that. Ogres only respect one thing: strength. I want you to lead the assault on Cho'gall's sermon, Tafrona. Throw wide the doors of Dire Maul, leap into the arena, and cut down his attendants. Huh. Very nice. It also gives us a helmet. This appears to be the first helmet that we've been given so far. Interesting. We'll definitely want to do that, yes. And so, who are the Twilights Hammer? This wasn't explained during the quest here, but the Twilights Hammer are basically a cult of, wrong way, humanoids. Not just humans, but they have members of all races. Mostly their models are humans, orcs, that sort of thing. I don't think I've seen a Night Elf Twilight Hammer yet, but there probably are some. And they worship the old gods. So we all know from this expansion from Legion that the old gods are basically creatures that the Void Lords made to corrupt world souls by throwing them into the abyss and hoping that they'll basically land on a planet that has a world soul on it, and then they can corrupt it. And what the Twilight Hammer basically does is then say, okay fine, we worship these creatures as our gods because we had the whole Black Empire business when they ruled over Azeroth, and they want those days to come back because they're crazy, what have you. Anyway, let's interrupt that there and see what the Zorbin Van Dazzle has to say to us. I had to tweak the thing to stop working on mountain giants. Really? Even though I wasn't the one running around zapping things, those night elves beat the copper out of me after they found those guys shrunk. Ah, okay, I see. Splendifimus. Not only am I glad to see that you've returned with the residue, but also with all your major appendages intact. Oh well, thank you. That is, well, there was never any danger in using the Ultra Shrinker, now was there? I do appreciate your effort on my behalf, Tafrona. Truly, you're a friend to goblins everywhere. I am a goblin, but maybe that makes me less of a friend of goblins, now that I think of it. Accept this as a token of my appreciation. Ah, a sword. Ah, looks nice. Not that we can use it since we're subtlety. Respect. While I could bore you with the technical details of the utility behind elemental cores, I will instead tempt you to completion of this important task by offering valuable coin and prizes for doing so. That was a long sentence, but grammatically correct. This one actually was. Yon verily, are you finished? Yeah, I could ask you the same thing. Scrumdillerific. These cores will keep me working for some time. Add to that the benefit of there now being fewer elementals along the coast, and I might no longer cry myself to sleep at the prospect of having set up shop in perhaps the worst place imaginable. Thank you, Tafrona, for your efforts on my behalf. While it certainly straps me financially to do this, allow me to show you some gratitude you may understand and appreciate. Loot. Ah, indeed. That we do appreciate. Oh, and we got another helmet.
Keep it real.
Nice. So now we're firmly thrown hats at us. Oh, we're being thrown hats at from left and right. Now we have a white-brimmed, very goblin-y hat in a green tone shade that sort of fits with most of the green tones on our gear. Our gloves, of course, as always, stand a bit out, but hey, we are a bard. We don't care about style. We're just there to entertain. Well, I mean, I assume if we were a more successful bard, we would care about it. But the stereotype of bards is, after all, they go around dressed a bit as they want. in all the colors of the rainbow, and so on and so forth. So let's see if we can't find our little Yeti cave here then, and see what the drop rate and those things is before we go and have some fun with Cho'gall. Oh, there's a Rage Scar Yeti. That sounds like something that we'd want to take. Alright, come on here. We found a thick Yeti fur. That is great indeed. Let's see if you give us one as well.
I'm out of range.
Alright, here we go. And you didn't give us a fur. How strange. Alright. You deal quite a bit of damage. I mean, you're enraged and stuff like that, but we're already at 50% health. This is something that I keep forgetting when I now level without heirlooms for the first time in quite a while. That stuff actually takes out chunks of our health points. Alright. We've got 3. Wait. Okay, you probably did give us a thick Yeti hide then. Some might just automatically looted it without realizing. But you didn't. Alright. We need 7 more of these. Come on. Let's kill you before you kill us, please. Nice. Alright, 1 more hide. We've got 4, 6 to go. And there's another Yeti. I wonder if you ever need to actually venture into the caves. Probably have to, even though these guys seem to be respawning at quite a quick rate. But yeah, there's another horde guy there, killing one of these Yetis, so... Competition, eh? What are you? You're an orc shaman. Yeah, same level as us. But, by the looks of it, decked in heirlooms. As you should be if you're leveling. Alright. Let's take this path up here to Rage Scar Hold and kill us some more. Probably also go into stealth because hey, that will just mean that we can kill you all the quicker. There we go. Go. Halfway there to our quest completion here. How much you want to bet that it then sends us to the other Yetis, the feral... I think it was Feral Scar Veil ones. But I think that will happen. Probably go and do Cho'gall first though, because I like that quest more. It's much more lore laden. Alright. And Cho'gall was also in Ankiraj, doing his business back in the day. But he managed to escape, even though I think there was a cave in and stuff. But I think now, with the events in Cataclysm, he's definitely dead. We saw an alternate version of him though in Draenor. In the... what was it? Ochindon? No. Well, he's in various quest sequences with Gul'dan. I don't think he was in Ochindon, that was Cho'gall was there. But Cho'gall was also heavily involved in that expansion. Now, I want to know where your cave is, because I'm pretty sure there's supposed to be a cave around here somewhere, but until I find it, I'm completely fine with killing you guys here outside, especially if you keep dropping that fine, thick Yeti fur, because that means that I can just do the quest without going into the cave. Alright, there we go. Great. Let's go here. Yes. You managed to take fall damage, I know. There we go. Come on, kill it. Oh no, you didn't drop anything, but here we've got several other candidates who might still be willing to give us some Yeti fur. Come on, eviscerate, give me some more energy. There we go. And the quest is completed. Let's go and take a gander and start turning that one in, and then go into the Dire Maul arena. See what Cho'gall has to say in his sermon. I don't think this is even the first time that we're sent to interrupt Cho'gall at a sermon, or at least a Twilights Hammer sermon, because there's a Twilights Hammer sermon in Hyjal, Mount Hyjal, the zone that is, that we are sent to first infiltrate and then interrupt after we free Commander Mayev's brother. What's the surname? Shadow something. Names and I don't get along too well, but yeah, Mayev's brother, who's also in Legion, the guy who basically commanded the entire War of the Ancients efforts after Kultaros Raven Talon. I think it was Raven Talon, because Ravenclaw is Harry Potter, that's not WoW. Raven Talon back, Kultaros died. But yeah. But what is Mayev's surname? Mayev Shadow Song, that was it, Shadow Song. There we go. Give me a minute and I will remember. I didn't know it was Shadow something, but yeah, Shadow Song. Commander Shadow Song. Let's see what Cho'gall has for plans now. Because with the breaking up of Dire Maul, well, it was always as it was now, but with the breaking up of it, the lore around it has been a bit more diffused, because it's not all about the Twilight Hammer. And I don't actually remember how the Twilight Hammer really relates to it, so I'm really curious to finding out what is the story behind that. Were you able to get a stack of 10 thick Yeti hides? Yes sir, we were. My leather goods are second to none. I'll share a sampling with you should you have the hides. Yes? Ah, excellent. These hides, when given a special treatment, are as resilient as iron, I tell you. It will take many tries in order to get the right mix down for the tanning, but I'm confident they will bring my mark of quality to the next level. As for you, Tafrona, your assistance has proven invaluable to me. Please take your choice from these items I have crafted. Alright? Boots that are better than the ones we have, and gloves that are even better than the boots. So let's get the gloves. And at least the gloves are greenish. Not that they will match our outfit anyway. Improved quality. I'm a bit confused. The Rage Scar Yeti used to be the finest source of leather in these lands, but these pelts are weak and even rotted in spots. Some sort of illness must be plaguing the creatures. I'll have to rely on a different source. The Yeti of Feralas Vale to the south have hides nearly as strong. They are also a great deal fiercer. Do not hunt them without caution, rogue. There we go. You're sending us to these Yeti then. Oh, and we probably should sell.
Well met.
So let's just get rid of all the useless items that we have here. Are you going to sell these things? Yes, good. Here we go. Just to make sure that we don't run into the trouble of not having enough bag slots for all the loot we keep picking up. And yes, this is horribly inefficient, I know, but I'm just going to sell everything. Alright, here we go. So let's now turn our gaze towards north and Dire Maul and see what happens over there, or at least travel there, because we have about 5 minutes left and I doubt we can manage to finish the quest in 5 minutes. If we're there really quick though, we might actually finish the quest and then call it an episode. Speaking of really quick, obviously the wolf then decides to aggro and daze us in the process, so that's just my karma. Here we go though. I do like these nether fairy dragons here. Pet battling, even though it seemed like, oh, Pokemon in WoW and whatever, I mean, who doesn't like Pokemon, but it seemed a bit odd, is one of the nicer things that I think has happened to WoW. I really like it. And some of the, like, I don't know if they added new critters, they might have. Wouldn't put it past Blizzard to add new critters, are actually a nice touch in making the zones feel, from an ecological perspective at least, a bit more alive, even though some zones might be a bit cluttered with various types of critters now that they all need to have a function in pet battles. But hey, I don't mind that, at least yet. No, it's not like the entire place is crawling with critters. They're only there where it makes sense. It's not like we have the nether fairy dragons in here as well. We might have rats in here though, which makes much more sense. Alright, up, here we go, come on. We could actually sprint to make the journey a bit quicker. The reason I'm not mounting up is because, well, we will pull everything and I'll have to kill everything and I just can't be bothered with that. I'll just do what any self-respecting rogue would do, and I'm stealthing in here while we can admire the very grand vistas of this ruin of an old elfin city. I do like the size of this thing. It just goes to show how... Oh, is that a... That's a blood elf priest, apparently. Are you pet battling? No. You're probably questing together. Ah. No, what was I saying? Yeah. Aha. There are apparently another fairy dragons in here. Okay, I'll take back my wood. Anyway, what was I saying? Yeah, it just goes to show that there was a sort of grandness of scale in vanilla, even to the open world elements of things that I really do enjoy. Not that there's not a grandness.
The sun of life will set forever.
Okay, let's listen to
as
Cho'gall.
light gives way to eternal night.
Oblivion looms. It calls.
The Twilight's Hammer is the instrument of this grand destruction. The method of glorious annihilation.
Tear aside the veil. Open your mind to emptiness.
Through us will you find the whole power. The world you see before you has been judged.
Fire, water, earth, air.
All shall perish before the elements.
Burn and drown and crush and suffocate.
Alright.
Join us and embrace the inevitable end.
The Master's power calls.
You will be reborn, stronger than flesh.
Strength beyond form, power and
Are you going to reveal us anything useful?
Swear your allegiance to me,
The Master wants, he sees and wants and hungers.
and you will be remade in my image.
Wait! Infidel! A heathen among us!
Oh dear.
Intruder, you show yourselves, my ogres. Slay this insect.
Blood for the Master! Blood
Alright.
and suffering!
Apparently they saw us, but yeah. I was about to say I'm not really fond of being remade in Cho'gall's image, but I guess when you're an ogre, that's probably what a prime ogre looks like. Alright, now we have, what are you? Black the Quenched, a frost champion. Come on, let's get some health back. There we go. And now we can just eviscerate you. There we go. Nice.
I'll stain my hands with your blood.
Murder! Murder!
Oh dear. Are you coming down here, Cho'gall? Ah, okay. You froze us. Let's see how we get out of this. Flaming Pillar of Doom. Alright. A piercing war cry echoes through them all. Ah! It's the other ogres coming to save us. Or at least Orkhan Ogre Blade. How nice. Let's see how this works out then. What do we have to do? We have to kill the rest of these? Or just damage Cho'gall enough for him to flee? Well, let's do that then. Wow, we're doing quite good damage in Cho'gall. Cho'gall, you weren't this easy to kill back in the raid. Apparently just froze
Enjoy
us.
your hollow victory, insects.
The darkness comes!
May it console you as your world rots.
Okay, this didn't answer any of the questions what Cho'gall had to do here in Dire Maul, because the whole Gordok thing has like nothing to do with the Twilight Hammer, like at least as it's presented in the instance. But hey, an interesting open end. Okay, you just disappear there. Let's see. Can we? Well, nice library. Could we get back up there? I think there wasn't there a ramp of some sort? No. Oh, there's another sermon here. Probably should go down here then to escape. Anyway, that's it for the episode. My alarm went off there in the middle of all things. So as always, my name's been Sneaky Bart. Thank you for watching. I do hope you enjoyed the episode. You've been absolutely awesome. If you did like the episode, then do give me a like and a subscribe. If you didn't, then put down in the comments what I can do better so I can learn from that. Until the next episode, I'll see you then. Bye bye.